No, apparently Venti's quest is really good. A lot of people want Act 2, but they never give it Act 2. Seeing here, they've got Act 1, 2 for Zonji. I can't say the name. Zonji. Okay, I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. All these quests, I will hopefully eventually do them all sometime. I don't believe she has Act 2. I got all the other icons pretty Act 2. Well, they have Act 1, so they're pretty new, to be fair. Maybe there's just enough like content to go around though, that's fine. Like story-wise, she's one of my favorite archons, I'll say. Considering the fact that like it's just generally like one, she didn't willingly give up her like gnosis and others. Second, her personality is better than majority archons. In my opinion though. Not like her, obviously she's the weakest archon and all that, so she isn't like thingy, but
She's all by herself, right? Because she's acting as if she's talking and laughing with somebody else. Paimon's creeped out.
I had a imaginary friend too when I was a kid.
What? You mean you used to act like that too?
Yeah.
So is this an invisible friend who hangs out with you sometimes? Or do they just exist in your imagination? Imaginary. Imagination.
That's what you mean.
Oh, you must mean imagined friend, right? Why didn't you just say so? So, this imaginary friend of yours, when does Paimon get to meet them?
We don't hang out anymore, Pablo.
Seriously? So, imaginary friends just disappear when you grow up?
Tragically, yes.
Oh.
Never had one, to be fair.
Paimon was looking forward to meeting yours. Hey, don't suppose your sister has an imaginary friend too?
Sure they do. Pamela, whatever.
No way! You guys are so lucky! Because they have this game in Liyue. Have you heard of it? It's a 4-player game, but it seems you guys could play it with just the 2 of you.
Oh, Traveler. Fancy meeting you here.
Tone-deaf bard.
What are you doing here?
I'm here because Lisa has been making some exciting new contraptions.
Why does the thought of Lisa's contraptions make Paimon so nervous?
Come now, that's no way to speak about the elegant Miss Lisa. For this particular contraption, Lisa had to import some dangerous materials from Sumeru.
Dangerous?
That's right. Looks like a monocle, but actually it's called a Nernama detector. Sadly, Lisa isn't able to use it herself, so I'm borrowing it for a while. And also, I'm testing it out for her, to see if it actually works.
Huh? Why can't Lisa use it?
Perhaps it's because she lacks a certain childlike sense of wonder.
Ooh.
Or maybe there's some other reason for it. If you want to know for sure, just ask her yourself sometime.
So, you can see them? Go on, tell us. What does his imaginary friend look like?
That would be telling. Anyway, it's all yours now, Traveler. Take a look. See if you can see Nora's imaginary friend.
Do you see him? Do you see him?
So it does work for you two.
Paimon wants to see? Wait, but this gizmo isn't in Paimon's size. All right then, you'll just have to be Paimon's eyes on the ground. Let's go see what everyone's imaginary friends look like.
Isn't it just like that just goes wrong?
Flora from the flower shop always seems kinda floaty-headed. You know, Paimon bets she has an imaginary friend.
This is the venti story?
I'm gonna sing it one more time.
Maybe it's some like wall in that or at the end. What's over here? Hello, miss. Now we're spying on kids.
Behold, a floaty imaginary friend for floaty-headed Flora.
Wait, imaginary friends can be plants now?
Hi, Traveler. Hi, Bard. Sure, how can I help? Oh, you mean Mr. Floaty? Most people can't see him. Mr. Floaty is my bestest friend. We grew up together.
No fair. Paimon hates feeling left out.
Flora,
A
why
plus by
exactly
myself
are you
at this
friends
point.
with a bloaty floaty?
What's wrong with it? I always wanted to be friends with a plant who could fly.
Friends with a flying plant? Why?
Because then when it's windy, you and your friend can fly off into the sky together. You gotta admit that's pretty cool.
Isn't that called being blown away?
That's what some people like to call it. I only found out this plant existed from an explorer who told me stories of his adventures. I think his name was Stanley.
Oh, that's one. Oh, I knew it. Not someone I know.
Stanley's an adventurer. And you can tell he's an expert at it from the stories he tells. The amazing adventures of Stanley are super famous in Mondstadt. He's in the city at the moment. You should go ask him to tell you some of his stories.
That sounds like a fun idea for next time. But right now we have other things to attend to.
Flora's a pretty mysterious
Oh, Timmy,
kid.
Timmy, do you have a imaginary
Which
friend?
child shall we interrogate next?
Paimon's thinking. Oh, how about that little guy on the bridge?
And with us? Venti. Hey, Timmy. Timmy in a straight class one? Jeez. What the f...
No way!
Well, that is unexpected.
Timmy's imaginary friend is a ruin guard? Paimon's freaking out right now. That thing is sure to attack us.
What say we postpone our conversation with Timmy for the time being?
Huh? Paimon has a favorite line? Seriously? Oh, alright then.
Oh my... This will break so
How about we
much?
explore the area ahead of us later?
For a story? So...
Children are more open-minded. Is that why they can think up all kinds of imaginary friends?
Fitting, isn't it? That the City of Freedom should be home to children with such boundless powers of imagination.
What about adults' imaginations? Let's ask some adults at the tavern.
Wait, is it behind? Or is it inside? Fine. Oh, do you think guys sit down the show?
The thing about wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern, or you miss out on half the fun.
Seems to me you'd find some way of keeping yourself amused even if you drank alone.
If I didn't know any better, I would say you're being deliberately uncivil.
Just drink responsibly on my premises, okay?
Oh, and if I did have one too many, what then? You'd throw me out along with the trash, is that it?
Throw you out?
You know, the same way you threw out Father's legacy. You sold off his mansion, or maybe you've forgotten.
I see no reason to cling to things that have outlived their purpose.
Is that so? Then I trust you were most swift indeed to part with a certain vase?
Sorry, I have no recollection.
That's odd. Master Diluc, I'm sure I saw such a vase in your home. A beautiful one, unmistakable in fact.
Guys gotta see us. No one.
Seems our suspicions were right. Grown-ups don't appear to have imaginary friends.
Like I said, a lack of childlike wonder.
So people just stop dreaming when they grow up? Okay, well, Paimon, for one, never wants to grow up.
This raises an interesting question. At what age exactly do people's imaginary friends disappear? Let's go and check. How about Ellen? Someone of her age surely must have some imagination left, don't you think?
Uh-oh. Paimon finds the idea of not being able to see Ellen's imaginary friend kinda scary.
It's Ellen again.
Time to act.
Is she the
Body and mind.
nun over here?
Time to act.
I'm so good. Where are we going?
Body and mind.
I don't think I've ever met you. What kind of playing Norway for One Piece? Oh, I think I know. Wait. My good friend Jean.
Jean? What is Jean doing here?
Okay. That's just sad.
Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend? So she's so determined to become a knight that she... Okay.
Huh? Oh, hello. What are you guys doing?
Are you always training here?
You bet. Today, I heard Stanley talking about his adventures. It was incredible. It got me really pumped up. Oh, I hope I can be as outstanding as him one day.
So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master Jean?
I mean, obviously I want to become a knight. And if I got to go on an adventure with Jean herself, well, even better.
Seems Ellen really looks up to Jean.
I believe you'll succeed,
Oh,
Ellen.
thanks. I was thinking, it's not every day I get to hang out with the honorary knight. Would you join me for some sword training? Oh,
I'm too
how can I
busy.
smash all these training dummies at once?
Ellen. Okay, I'll just drill them. Watch this. That's 2 down. That's 1
Shame.
down.
Didn't ma- Oh, how can I smash all these training dummies? Shit. Oh,
Huh?
how can I smash all these training dummies at once?
I'm so confused, obviously. Goddamn it. Huh?
Shame. Didn't manage to smash. How
Wait,
can I
who do
smash
I
all these
use
training dummies
for
at
this?
once?
What's that? No, that doesn't work. Yeah, I know, but
Shame.
I can't get them all done in once.
How can
Who
I
do I
smash all
have
these
to?
training dummies at once?
Oh, that's just actually one sec.
These things.
Maybe you just
useful?
hold. Okay, that
So
works.
that's how to do it.
I never end up
I'm
holding these two guys.
impressed.
Spam it. Like,
Oh, thank you. It's clear I still have a long way to go in my training.
So modest. I, for one, think you're quite the pro at this already.
Oh, well, I'm exhausted from training, so clearly my fitness needs some work. One day, though, I'll smash all the training dummies in Mondstadt.
Ellen, she's our girl. If she can't do it,
everyone
you
holds.
Cheryl.
Thanks. Shoot, I got so caught up here. But I'm so honorary knight. Could you deliver a message to Jack for me?
Who's
He's a
Jack?
friend of mine. Recently started as an adventurer. We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. Could you let him know it'll have to be another day? If I'm not mistaken, you should find him at the Temple of the Lion. He's adventuring with Stanley today. Stanley's a truly legendary adventurer, renowned in all of Mondstadt. He once said, "Great, thank you."
Actually, I feel like I know Stanley, but I completely forgot the guy. To be honest. I feel like there's more like quests in one side, just random quests, than like I think like Leeway or something. There's more stuff to do in Mondstadt still now, considering that it was the start of the game, so Leeway and Mondstadt should have a lot more quests to do in that kind of temple. The great just okay.
The Temple of the
Oh, we get to this venti!
We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the storm terror
That feels
incident.
nice to use.
Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one. Looks like we can't go any further.
Not to worry, allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high.
Oh,
We
I
didn't
thought.
bag all the
Wait,
loot last time.
I thought I used the same thing. What was that? Not you! You damn little. This guy put me down. Get down, Tom. This guy fall for. Oh. It feels like to use venti for this. I don't know why my venti's level 79. I mean, I thought they would put an A on the door. Why do you put in 79? Does Dungeon think 79? I don't do things. Okay, I can't bring heal over.
Here we go. Time for takeoff. Yeah. Let's play! Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Oh wait, you're still alive.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Hey, are those guys?
Here we go! Yeah!
Oh, why is that? So I didn't put in the cops. Okay, wait, I'm gonna get that. Get me out of this.
Ring cutter!
Meow.
Time for takeoff. Brace yourselves.
I was so sure I was about to die.
To be fair, that could have gone either way. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer, I assume?
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we came looking for you.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together. She'll join you some other time.
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me, and then had to rescue me.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
Whoa, you are Stanley? You are...
The very same.
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary as yourself. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
I think we should keep going. With Stanley by our side, we'll have no problem.
He's a fraud.
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent.
It should be like Stanley literally took over adventure
Guessing
credits.
you mostly came here because you wanted to hear my adventure stories. Am I right?
Not really.
No, We really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am
I-
Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Oh, where's the door here?
Yeah,
Where's the door?
I think we got that.
Well, your attitude says maybe you don't got that. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Mangiavari.
Enough already! Ugh, stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well,
Okay.
Jack will listen, won't you?
So you know who I am?
Where was
You and your partner reached the Merjavari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
You should leave these two to die.
I? Precisely. There
This
was
is what you call
deathly
yapping.
silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The Merjavari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow. So, did he make it?
Sadly, I alone was able to set foot on home ground once more. With the
Pretty sure I have
gentle breeze
to,
carried away the
use
tears
the
welling
wind,
up in
yeah.
my eyes.
Funny enough, we'll get to that
Poor guy.
region that's all
How
about
could that
next.
happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
Well, after that land, or do you mean next in
I
the
know.
thing like D-Way?
Because an adventurer's
I have no idea what they're doing. I'm not listening to what they are talking, to be honest.
of their final adventure.
Whatever.
Whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place with the wind, to have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt on the wind.
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions. Like clearing out the slimes clogging up the sewers.
Well, let me get the chest.
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector once more?
Stanley has a Wednesday friend. Well, he takes his
What?
friends'
Stanley has an
stories and then
imaginary
shows
friend?
them up. That's what it is.
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination. You're saying his imaginary friend is an idealized version of his own self? Interesting idea. But is it true?
Please excuse me.
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still have
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told any. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago. They were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero, Vanessa herself. The sword of brilliant valor and the shield of magnificent honor. I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, both the sword and shield are still right here in Mondstadt, over in Dadaupa Gorge. Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve these two legendary weapons? You bet! This is Stanley we're talking about. If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable of, maybe they'll finally come around to the idea of me being an adventurer. Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are limited, and my parents don't support my goals one bit. So, what do you say? Help a guy out? I can't bring myself to tell Stanley about it because my
Shut
reasons
up
are
about
so
Stanley.
selfish.
Aw, poor Jack. Venti, you coming too?
I don't know.
Oh, one other thing. I have a bottle of rare vintage wine that I had someone fetch for me a couple years ago. Help me find these weapons, and it's all yours.
Dadaupa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry. There's no time to lose.
This is still the same class. I just want to switch your class because you have all people in our class. I'll use chat. Slow class, yes. Alright, so you're up here. Stanley, what are you planning? Yukari, you've never actually, you may have watched it, I don't know, but you've never actually done these quests yourself, right? I don't believe you've done the process.
Body and mind.
Let's hit you up right now.
Time to act. Body and mind.
Alright, so where is this so-called sword? I swear, element visual, elemental thing doesn't help until it actually guides you to use it. It's not she chose, but I don't know if I'm like this trainable or not. So when you go out there, it does like show you where it is on the map. So that's not what I'm trying to do.
Time to act.
Despite the sword. Okay, it's not here.
Body and mind.
Mark this up.
Time to act.
It's shit on the grass here. If I'm on here right now, I'm gonna switch it up quickly. Okay.
Not good.
Oh, get me! I went to.
Time to act.
I went to the one. I'm trying to punch it.
So sorry.
Yeah, you would kill me. Okay, let me set this up. Let me just double do this.
Cool it.
I don't know if it like slows everything. Okay. That's just my own phone, doesn't it? Okay. So it's fine. It is just the piece visuals. So, because it doesn't actually tell you. That's the hurry? Oh, it's right there. I can say now. That's the problem. up against me. I don't direct you at all.
Hey, that bunch of hilly churls. Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshipping them?
Seems so. That must
I
be the
pretty
sword of
looked
brilliant
at it, but I
valor,
thought it was
surely.
like a chest that covered it instead of thingy.
Dodge this!
Gotta dash, ninjutsu!
This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze! Get back!
But
Rain outlines your fate.
Cool it! Don't get frostbite. Dodge this!
No, my sword!
Freeze!
Let me weave you a verse.
Cool it!
I am worthy of the sword.
Lo and behold, the sword of brilliant valor.
Are you sure? Looks kinda basic to Paimon, and a little worse for wear, too. Why would hilly churls be bowing down before a piece of junk like this?
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these hilly churls were already celebrating.
This is in terrible shape, and it's so basic, I'm at a loss for words.
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an Anemo crystal fly? They're found in the open country around Mondstadt City. If you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But in the pitch blackness of night, its brilliant glow is mesmerizing. It truly resembles an exquisite crystal dancing in the night air. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless, fades into the background. But when you're in dire straits, valor is the thing that gets you fired up and fighting back. It's the brilliant ray of light that guides you out from the darkness.
You're right. You're right. Then this has to be it. This is the sword of brilliant valor.
So, we got our sword. Now we just need that shield. Let's scout around.
There's somebody there.
Stanley? What's he doing here?
He's acting so weird.
What happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing.
Jeez,
Just
yeah,
one of
so
those
two
more
into each
spouting
other.
weasel thieves passed by is all.
What? Where? I want to see.
Maybe another time. We have a shield to find, remember?
Body and mind. Time to act.
Shizuo is a shield person, so I'm gonna just kill him just in case.
Right.
Yeah, it's not outside the thing else. Yeah, that's why I could kill him just in case. You should use shield so there's a chance the hedgehog could be killer in the shield
Body
is
and
quite
mind.
danger. Or like a big guy, whatever the guy.
Time to act.
Alright, it's a hedgehog. What did I say?
Lo and behold, the shield of magnificent honor.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's a chunk of wood. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached. Who in their right mind would use this as a shield?
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the Shield of Magnificent Honor. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered shield the one that has fought in countless wars and lived to tell the tale? Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such magnificent strength of will. Is that not the true meaning of honor?
You do have a point. Shiny new shields don't stay new and shiny for long.
I'm you're fooling for it.
Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask nicely, he'll just let us take the Shield of Magnificent Honor for free. Ahem. Well, okay. You take it from here. Hope you've picked up some hilly trillium by now. If seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiate.
Oh.
Uh-oh. He did not seem to
Oh.
Uh-oh. Oh no. We ticked him off big time.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Yeah, I'm used to killing H-Rolls. I mean, I've killed their kin so many times. I killed their families, I killed everyone about them. I mean, what are you gonna do, like, you're not even attacking me yourself, you coward. Go to the H-Roll.
Hey! He dropped the Shield of Magnificent Honor and ran!
Hey, come back here. You're trying to fight me.
Guys, thank you so much. I can't believe I actually found them. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
Okay. We're not your parents, well, okay.
Hey,
Sure.
wait! The wine, you promised! And I actually helped a lot this time. What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard? Fancy that, huh? You, out for a stroll too?
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud. Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's feelings?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dadaupa Gorge. You fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Wow. And I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out, though. This place is crawling with hilichurros. I'll get back to my,
At least he's
Guilty
not a
conscience
bad
much?
guy.
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack. Although, on further reflection, I must say I'm intrigued. Someone who can't let go of the past and gives up on the present instead. I wonder, if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future, which way would they go?
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
I got fireworks and that. Sick. So how much more? How much? 74 wishes. What was it again? Also, apparently Deer can't die in this place if you don't get like in a fight. She can't die of like sheer cold apparently. I don't know if that's a C2 or whatnot, bro. Oh, just wait till midnight. 6, 4, 18. That's not what I wait to do here. want to talk to you. I'm fine, thanks.
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh,
Imaginary friend.
It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Meljabari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why, Stanley? Why?
So I was kind of right.
If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen, because your life was cut short, and all because of a worthless tag-along.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
I think our friend really did make it to the Mare Javari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other Stanley's name?
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Mare Javari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I am Stanley. I'm sorry, Stanley.
Are you saying no one's heard this positive news all the time?
Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Yikes! We're busted!
I gotta talk to Luke, right? To Luke. I want to talk to him.
You know, I'm glad I actually had the chance to come down here today. The tavern isn't overcrowded, and I couldn't be in a better mood.
Luke's never done it, so I don't know if I gotta talk to him.
Go away. Save your questions. Just leave me in peace.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find...
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing Tevat?
No, not yet. I still don't have... Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Jack. Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well...
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts?
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. Just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential. I cannot allow his dreams to be crushed.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences. They're all true, aren't they?
Stories? Experiences? To be honest, my memories of adventuring, and that's my biggest secret of all these years.
I bet
I've been
it's
looking
sounds
for one
good.
thing I can never forget. Is that he died in a windless land. Where his spirit...
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew. Instead, he's
I'm too old. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down, but I think that...
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can... This calls for a celebration!
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine. I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard!
Not to mention, I'm gonna say it's just a prequel, not an Arkham story. So it might go there before, I'll just let that as well. It's like one the way. Okay. Do I have to go to the Soldier statue? Oh, come on. I tried just like I just got all my carrots low because I thought it kept pushing me off and just hope it doesn't do that right now. Okay, that's not what I want. Please. Venti. Look at that. See, can I sit down?
You made it. Finally.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere.
That's the only way she went.
So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, Old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right? You mentioned it before!
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the 1,000 winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind, a gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Venti, do you mean you used to look different than you do now?
We established this.
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend.
Oh.
In Old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told.
I saw
where
this
a tyrant
scene on
ruled. I met
YouTube,
a
so I was like,
boy
oh,
not
that's
that
how, like,
old.
you know, pulled
The
its head
lyre
up
he
to like
played,
thingy for it.
and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight,
Okay.
said he, his strong eyes filling with
Feeling
light.
with light.
But his
My
voice was
light
lost in the howling wind's churn. For the whirlwind takes and gives not in return.
I like rhyming. Maybe I
The
can't
true
rhyme, but
sky
like,
and songs that cageless soar. Were they not wishes worth fighting
pretty
for?
cool.
So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw
That's
myself
venti,
into
the one
freedom's
in
tumult.
the like little
Victorious
spirit
were we
thing.
who fought to be free.
I'm pretty sure.
Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course. The suspense is killing, Paimon. Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples? Really?
Getting a little peckish or something.
Paimon's had it up to here with you.
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
Dear Darkon Quest. That was much of a song, more of a quote and saying, but sure. Do you what you want, I guess? Why was that put me on the wish? 54. Okay, I'm gonna end the video there. The video's almost an hour, like that quest almost took an hour. Geez. I think it was a good quest. Obviously, Lord job at the end or whatnot. And yeah, okay. So I actually don't want that. Okay, let me end the video.